G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son, our playthrough of Fortress Europa from Compass Games, and we're about to go on with the German part of turn 2. So the first thing I want to say is that when we got this little fella here, Dolman, out of Brest, my understanding is that he gets flipped and he comes back on the next turn. So I'm going to put him up on the turn 3 track. On turn 3 on the track, I should say, so that I remember to bring him back. I think everything else was okie dokie. So let's get into it. So we'll come back over this way again with the glare and everything else, give us an idea of what's going on. Okay, so what we have is our American forces here, our British forces here, and we're ready to go. So, German replacement phase. The German player takes replacements. So, the German player for June gets 2 replacements. And he's going to take 1 armour and 1 infantry. And at the moment, he's just going to have a look around, see what he wants to do. Okay, we have the 275th here in Le Mans. That can't move. It's in supply and everything else, so it's good to go. So we could actually give it the infantry replacement, but at the moment I'm just going to hold off and bank them up and see what I need to do for the Germans for next time. So they've got 1 infantry and 1 armour to go. Next up is the German first move impulse. Okay, so there's no reinforcements at this stage. It's next turn, I believe, that we start to get some reinforcements in for actually both sides. So again, I'll pause it here, have a look at movement, and come back and we'll go through it. So I shan't be long. Rightio, so we're ready to start our German movement, and I'm going to move these units here, and they're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not using rail movement or anything else up to there like that. Sorry, I don't know why I put that back on there, just an idiot. I'm not moving anything down the south, everything else is up this way. Yeah, you can see. Okay, so first off, I'm going to move these units here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this little fella here, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there, and we have 2 on strafing, so a 1 or a 2 will cause a loss. Oh, and we get a loss. There we go. Okay, so that's the first one. I'll just leave that there. And then we're going to move the second SS. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. And again, we get to roll for strafing, 1 or a 2. And no, he's safe. Righto. Get rid of that. I can get rid of that. Next up is the paras here that can move, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we don't roll for that because I think it's over 3. And again, I can get rid of that. And that. Okie dokie. Next up is going to be these little gentlemen here. And they have a move of 6, 7, and 6. And we are going to go through the rough terrain with them all. So this guy is going to go halved. So he can go 2, 3, as far as I can see. And this little fella here is going to go up with him. And this little fella is going to go up there with him as well. Now they've only moved 2 hexes, so they don't get strafed. And then these little fellas, again, 7, 7, and 7 are all going to come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just do them from the top down. Righto, so Panzer first is safe. 9th Panzer loses 1. And 10th Panzer is safe as well. Righto. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. So as you can see, we're actually going to have a go at the Americans. Okay, next up we have the 352nd here, if I can pick it up. And they're just going to go 1, 2 to there, like that. This is the headquarters, which of course can't move at the moment. The 1st SS here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll roll for him. And he's safe. And the 17th SS Panzer Grenadiers are going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And they're safe as well. So we can put a can move on them. We can get rid of those. Oops. Okay. So that's all those up there ready to go. Righto. Down here we have the Luft assault gun. And it's going to come over 1, 2, 3. And it'll stay there. And this assault gun is going to come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. And we'll roll for it. And it's safe. So I need a don't move on him, or I can't move on him, and I can move on him, like that. And then we have this little fella here who can go 4, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 onto there. And get rid of that, and we can roll for him. And he's safe as well. And that is all of the movement that I'm worried about at the moment. There wasn't any sense in bringing up rail movement, for the simple fact is I'm building up the forces over there as well. So they were blocked here for rail movement, and they were blocked across the river here for rail movement as well. So, yeah, they still could have gone south about and then up this way. I didn't really want to move anything. Righto, so it's the German first combat impulse. So there are no ground support missions. I can get rid of the strafing now because that was only in the first. And I can get rid of the railway attacks because they're not using any railway. Okay, so what we have here for Americans is 17. And for the Germans, we have 2, 10, 17. So we're at 1 to 1. 17 and 4 is 21, 30, 38, 44, 52, 56. 17 into 56 goes 3. So this is a 3 to 1 attack into there, which is pretty damn fine for the Germans. So let's see what they can do with it. 3 to 1. And we get a 4, which is a DR. So the attacker retreats, all defending units 2 hexes. Okay, well, he doesn't really have any choice. He has to retreat back this way. 1, 2. So these will just come all back to there. Now we have this here all ready to be smashed as well. So you can see what the nasty Germans are up to. So that's the only combat. So we go on to the German second move. And all these armoured units can move 3. So we have armour and paras. And we have armour and armour. And this guy is going to stay here with him, and he's going to move on to there. Like that. This guy can come up. He's going to come up 1, 2, 1. Yeah, into there. This guy can come up the same, 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And sorry, just needed to have a look here. They're all fine. I don't think I need to move that headquarters at the moment. So that's it. That's all our move for the time being. So we go into the second combat impulse. And again, we only have the 1 attack into here. And we have 8, 16, 25, 31, 35, 43. 43 to 8 is a 5 to 1. Dun, dun, dun. It's a good counter attack. 5 to 1 at a 3 is a D1. So we take the hit on him, and that one is now gone for good. And that was the 5th Infantry. So it's back down to a 6-4 unit. And it has to retreat 2 hexes. So it will go back 1, 2 to there. And that's done, and that's done, and that's done. And that's it. and that 8-4 unit is now not available. Righto, so next we have the German rail control phase, and the Germans have control of the rails all the way up through here, stopped there, that's it. I don't think they need to mark anything at the moment because, again, the partisans have blocked them off there, and this is blocked off there, so I suppose, yeah, okay. We could mark this rail as stopped there, but that's about it, really. Because we can still come through this way and back up this way. So it's really much of a muchness. Which brings us into the German supply phase. Okay, so German units. Ah, that's why I wanted to move that forward, wasn't it? Duh. Oh well, too late now. So all of these units are now they can trace a route straight back here through no zones of control to Paris and then all the way back over to the other side. So I still believe that they're all in supply, because I'm pretty sure that's what it says for them. Supply, page 17. Each German unit must be able to trace a line of supply no longer than 5 hexes to a German headquarters unit. No! I've screwed up biggie-timey. No. Okay, so let's just... Oh, poo. I need to fix that somehow. Okay, so I'm actually going to... I screwed that. So I'm going to fix that. And von Geyer has only got to move up 2. If I rail him up to there, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't get him. If I rail him up to one of these units, then he's right. So, but I can't use rail movement. So I'm going to have to send Rommel forward. So Rommel, as part of the thing, can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. And all of these units are still in supply. And that, like I said, that's my screw up because I read it wrong again. So I'm fixing that now. So they're all in supply. Everybody else is within the normal, in fortresses or cities or whatever else, or within 5, and they are good. If I had been playing somebody else, then that would have been a major fault and we would have lost so much it wouldn't be funny. So we go to the turn of end segment. Remove aircraft and aircraft off the mission track, done. Move the can't moves off the units that were got replacements. That's done. And I think that is it. So the Germans have put a good counterattack into here, knocked the 5th back down to its normal size and pushed the Americans back. So in the next turn, the Americans need to start chewing these up as much as they can and doing that. So when we come back for the Allies next time, this will go up to 7, this will go up to 3, so that's 22 we'll have total, minus what's there. The good thing is that we can bring the at least one lot of, or well, in fact, we'll probably bring all 4 down to the one thing to bring at least fire onto this one if necessary. But I think the plan is for the British to come over and try and take out Lorient, and the Americans to start knocking these down and see what we can do. So that's it at the moment. Sorry about that screw up. Hey, that's me. And the Germans will get their other headquarters back next turn. And I think, yeah, we start to get replacements. I think we've got, what? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Just trying to see what we've got. Is that June? Yeah, so we've got one for June for the Americans. And we've got none for June for the Germans. So, rightio. So again, short one, easy one. Screwed up still, but getting there slowly. So thank you again. Let me know where I've really screwed up. And if there's any hassles, then like I said before, I'll try and fix it. Rightio. Bye for now.